Happy Saturday, peeps. Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm a bit off topic this morning in that I'm not going to talk about internet marketing or any of that sort of stuff. I'm going to talk about some conspiracy stuff. and conspiracy theorist Andrew. No, seriously though, I was watching an alt media channel this morning with Maria Z. You might have heard of her. I like her. She's a straight up sort of a chick and doesn't sort of beat about the bush. But this morning, she was interviewing a guy called no other, Flat Earth Dave. And me being me, I was inquisitive. And look, I have had a little peek behind the curtains before when it comes to flat earth stuff. And I just haven't got enough RAM really in my head to sort of somehow process all this information that's been coming through over the last few years, especially since the pandemic began. But I watched this morning and yeah, all I'm going to say is it's very, very interesting to listen to somebody else's perspective, and what he had to say in many ways made a lot of sense. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I'm not saying for 1 minute that I'm a flat earther, but you know, I'm always open to learning, and I think that's what we all should be. And that's what I often talk about on this channel is, you know, open the door, at least take a look. Don't be so arrogant to think that you can't learn from somebody else or benefit from somebody else's ideas, or just sort of open up to see what might be going on. I've always been a little bit left of centre, and I'm proud of that. I'm not a conformist. I never have been. And I think more of us should be more sort of willing to open the doors and have a look and see what's going on. The issue, of course, the biggest issue I think is we've got that little black box on the wall we call television. As you may know, my television aerial broke down, well, it must be almost 2 years ago now, and I haven't watched 1 second of TV since. And you know what? It's the best thing that I've ever done. I realise now just how that little box on the wall is just a machine for the globalists to sort of make us conform and hypnotise us and help and sort of force us into their narrative, if you like, and it's a very, very powerful tool for them. And my advice is, if you're watching TV, just turn the friggin' thing off. It's bad. It's bad news. And everything that comes out of that little black box is mostly lies and just propaganda. So yeah, so I always be willing to have a look. And I like some of this alt stuff. I'm not saying they always get it right, but I think it comes from the heart, and they're not sort of paid, boppins just doing their job and saying whatever they need to say or whatever they're being told to say. Investigative journalism in mainstream media has gone. There's no such thing anymore. And, I think it's very wise. The moral of this story, of this video, is to really urge you to sort of think outside the square. Think for yourself. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated and controlled, because we're losing it here. I can't speak for other countries, but I think it's much the same in most Western countries. We're being taken over, we're being infiltrated, and if we don't wake up soon, there's going to be no reversing this. I really believe that I and people in sort of my generation have lived the best possible years, with no wars, no nothing. And I now realise, that wars are just absolutely money-making, machines. It's just unbelievable, and that we don't realise what's really been going on. Our history, I believe, is completely tainted. We don't have a clue about our history, and I wouldn't even attempt to try and figure it out. And, so that's why when I watched Flat Earth Dave this morning, and I urge you too to go and have a look. I think his website address is flatearthdave.com. Go and check it out. Don't be so arrogant not to have a look, because I think that a lot of what he has to say makes a lot of sense. I know many of you will be going, oh, for sake, Andrew, what's wrong with you? You're smoking too much pot. No, I don't believe that's the case, you know, and unless you've had a look, unless, you know, and you've made your own decision already through research, I don't think you have any right to be criticizing my words until you have. And I'm not, like I said before, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not saying that, but, you know, all I'm saying is some of what Flat Earth Dave really made sense, and a lot of it went right over my head too. But anyway, that's, I guess, the moral of the story, and the message behind this video is never be shy of taking a look. Always sort of be open at least to listening to what other people have to say, and when you know, you've educated yourself to a point to be able to share your point of view, well, then it's your time to share your point of view. And anyway, I hope you're having an awesome Saturday. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video, and thanks heaps for watching. Of course, if you want to learn what I do, go to the bio or go to andrewplummer.com. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.